Guys, the camera is rolling. Your fame is just around the corner. Heidi Klum is going to call you to be on America's Got Talent. Or is that Heidi Klum?
No, I think that's Sharon Osbourne.
Sharon Osbourne. Or Tyra Banks might call you to be on America's Next Top Models.
If she's calling, I'm not picking up the phone.
Okay, so we are accompanied by a real live couple living in Hawaii.
You're making faces and no one can see them. They're wasted.
That's the way I look. Okay, so this is going to be... We were chatting and now we're accompanied by
Raul.
Your lover. Are you guys wedded?
Not yet.
Not yet.
We're engaged.
You're engaged.
I have the ring.
There's no hurry. So you guys were telling me, hi, how are you?
Good, how are you?
Hi, how are you? What's your story? What do you work? How's life in Hawaii? What's it like being gay? What's he do to you?
Huh?
Do you like all those questions?
What don't I do to him?
He harasses me a lot.
On a daily
He makes me lick
basis.
his balls a lot.
That's hard
Way
to do.
more than...
He is your rock. Don't you forget it.
That's right.
Okay, so as a real life couple, you guys are about to tell me a funny story about how Raul met Chris.
So we're at this bar in Pomona, California. It's a beautiful place.
You guys are both originally from
visit.
California.
Yeah.
Well, he was born in a hut in Mexico.
I was.
On a dirt floor.
Adobe
On a dirt
walls.
floor.
That's
Not
hot.
joking.
That's hot.
They had to put like candles for light in tin cans. It's really old school.
Sounds like a good story, but that'd be a whole lifetime
So we were-
documentary series about
That'll be on
called
my book.
Raul. Just one word.
We were at this bar, and it was after last call. They stay open another 2 hours, but they don't serve alcohol. I'd had a few cocktails, and he was outside smoking. He's wearing a Starfucker t-shirt, and I walked by him, and it was all, and then I turned around and I said, "Hey, you know what? I've been wanting to meet you for like a year." And you said,
I said, well, now you have. Have a good evening.
he did. He's like,
He dismissed your ass.
he really did. I said, I don't even remember what I said.
Were you just being badass, or was that just?
I was
how you
very
are?
annoyed that evening.
Yeah, so it was like
Super annoyed. But I have to say that it wasn't after last call. It was like midnight. It was the day after Thanksgiving. I was super fucking annoyed because I don't know why I was annoyed.
life.
I don't know. I just was annoyed. I didn't want to be there. But
Being so attractive hurts.
it does.
Things like that.
But my friends kind of like, nagged me into going out, and I did, and I couldn't, for the life of me, get drunk. So I just kept drinking, and I just couldn't get drunk. So at that point, I was just like, I'm done.
Alcoholism.
Yeah.
See, now, I remember.
It gets the best of us,
I
right?
remember a completely different story. It was about a month and a half before that. We were at a different bar. We were on the dance floor. He was with somebody else. I was with somebody else. And we were walking across the dance floor. And we passed each other in slow motion. And then we just turned around and looked at each other and locked eyes. And we're like...
And then Raul said, "Fuck you."
And so the real...
No, because
The real thing that happened that night was that we looked at each other and I was like, oh, there's somebody different. And I walked away.
Yeah.
So it wasn't quite as romantic as he says.
It was romantic.
Then
for
how
me.
did you get
For me.
together then after that?
Everybody
Well, okay,
started
so-
dancing in slow motion.
So that evening,
On the beach.
he just kept talking to me. I was like, fine, fuck it. I'll just talk to this guy. And
I love
so we
romance.
decided, so we realized that we lived like 2 blocks away from each other on the very same street. And then it hit me that I may know where he lived. And I said, you don't happen to drive those 2 hearses that are parked outside that house? And he said,
That was me.
those are mine. And I was like, hi, how are you?
The hearse sold it.
Yeah. So he offered me a ride home that night because I really wanted to go home. And then I left my Starfucker t-shirt, not the magazines, the clubs.
I was gonna say, is that Jeremy Lucida's?
Yeah, not Jeremy's. There was a club back.
Yeah, Starfucker.
Yeah, Starfucker. Yeah. And so I left it at his house that night. So obviously I went home with him.
Yeah, because you went home shirtless.
Yeah.
He couldn't find his shirt, so he wore his track jacket. I remember.
Where am I doing this track?
If I knock this whole self over?
It's okay. It would be okay.
No, it wouldn't.
Yeah.
I'm poor. You're like,
I don't think it's anything really expensive on
you
that.
broke it, you bought it. And so then, fast forward.
13 years later.
13 years later, I did drive by his apartment one time, and I put on my glass packs and went,
You break through his window.
and I said, "Hey, you ever been for a ride in a hearse?" He's all, "No." I'm like, "Come on down." And then we drove away.
I imagine like Tracy Lords like as your passenger, just some really raunchy
Yeah.
and like it's some crazy like 60s dance music.
And then he sat. I didn't realize he was actually sitting in starter fluid. So
Yeah,
I
which
ruined-
is
ruined
weird
his
because I got
pants.
home and I was like, "Look, why's my ass all red?
I didn't do
Like,
it
did I get like raped?"
Yeah.
And I didn't
Hey.
like realize it, but so I called him on the.
because I always clean
phone.
up, so you wouldn't know.
Yeah, right.
So 13 years later and you're still together.
Yeah.
Whose idea was it to move to Hawaii? Because that's a big
I
idea to
followed
move to
him.
Hawaii together.
It's
I
me.
followed him.
Oh, so who's the boss now?
Now that you met me, can you leave me alone?
Yeah, I like
Pretty
that.
much. And another part to that story is right by that bar. There's really, really tall curbs.
Oh,
There's really, really tall curbs. And so I was like,
wait, this should have been like an epiphany for me
Yeah.
as to what I was getting into.
it's all blah 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 blah. And he grabbed me by my arm and pulled me back up. And
Aw.
thought, oh, thank you.
I got you, babe.
I was all, thank
No, I just
you.
didn't want to be embarrassed in front of people.
Yeah.
Me.
That really was.
No, the curb is about a foot tall. It's like, it was like a chasm. It was deep.
Except everybody was able to climb it except him.
I
That
was,
could be the fact that he's 2 feet tall.
Yeah.
So
I'm 2.5 feet tall. So,
With heels on.
with heels.
Let's not forget those heels.
my prince.
Oh, but I love this
My
because this is a
lips.
true love story. Even though you hate each other.
We
You're
do,
still in
but,
love.
But I love him.
Oh.
I do.
I want to put like heart emojis. I don't know how to do that because I use iMovie because I'm poor.
Aw.
I
You know
edit my
what,
videos in iMovie.
You know what I think has kept us kind of like together a lot is that we like shit on each other all the time. Not literally.
You're all soft serve.
There was that one time.
So you shit on each other.
Yeah, because we're always coming for each other. But it's like
I'm like, this is the key to successful marriage.
it is
Shit
for
on
us.
each other, come at each other.
Sharon, did she come for you? She came for me.
Yeah, I'm sharing needles.
Yeah, but that's just it. It's just we're constantly laughing.
We do
Yeah.
laugh a lot. We laugh
You know
a
what?
lot.
It's working.
Keep each other laughing. If I had had any words of advice to keep a long marriage, keep each other laughing and get your taint pierced.
Oh. And what if
And buy Louis Vuitton.
and buy Louis Vuitton?
That's true.
I wouldn't I wouldn't think of you as a Louis Vuitton person. Not that I don't look at you as like money.
Well, you never think of like a skinner person and things
Yeah.
like that.
It happened.
It's his fault.
Is do you have a Louis Vuitton taint piercing?
No,
That would be kind of cool.
he's got the taint piercing. I have a Louis Vuitton body
I
bag.
do.
Oh.
I don't. I wish I did though. That would be
And
really cool.
scene. All right, you guys. This was just a love story. My first love story filmed ever on the island of
Oahu.
Oahu.
On Friday the 13th.
on Friday the 13th. Can you guys hula dance for me?
No.
No.
Do it. Skin that hula dance for me. Like ska hula. Do you ska hula? Okay, I hate myself
Maybe
sometimes.
tonight when I'm drunk enough.
Drunk enough.
Yeah.
Okay. Bye.
Bye.
Say bye,
Bye.
everybody.
Bye. We're gonna go
Mahalo.
out tonight and meet you.
If you're lucky. I'm picking Raul's nose.
Oh.
No, I'm picking your nose. Hot. Okay.